Now, to make that Priora fast, we need the proper components, which we're about to go get at a local shop that sells performance parts. Hopefully we find some way to fluster them, but I guess we'll see that once we're there. We've come to terrorize y'all. Let me just find the list. Okay, so we asked you over the phone about depot racing gauges, and we need oil pressure. We also need a boost gauge. You got those? With peak hold or without? 52 or 60? 60, I guess. Peak hold would be a nice thing to have. Then we need coolant temperature. So you've got pretty much everything in stock? They got a bunch of them. I was told you had exhaust gas temperature gauges too. Also depot racing. Air-fuel ratio. This one comes with a Bosch O2 sensor. You've got the wiring in there. Oh, genuine Bosch stuff. Just what I need for my Mercedes. We need some kind of fat radiator, perhaps for a Laurel or a Silvia. The car is 1/2 Silvia anyway. This is what you were referring to. The thickest one we got. How much would that be? 60 mil, 3 rows. Is it even gonna fit? We need a hydraulic handbrake. With a reservoir. We got this one with a reservoir. And this with an AEM cylinder. Now this one is really good. We also need some coolant hoses to piece it all together. Maybe you got some for a Silvia? Those are just laid out. Well, this is all one package. These are for a Silvia. And we can use the factory clamps. That the entire set? We also need a pod filter. Oh, those we have a bunch of. What are the options? You've got 76 mil. Yeah, that's it. And now there's the intercooler. Yeah, we do need an intercooler. We need something that's about 500 to 600 mil, but not too tall, like around 250. This one is 230. 550 by 100. It's the biggest one you guys are going to be able to fit. We'll take it. We need a piping kit. Do you guys have a universal kit? Oh, isn't that cool? Straight 45, 90 degrees, and the diameter 63 mil. And we need a gas tank. 40 liters? How much is that one? 30. 30? I guess it'll do. I don't see why we'd need more. Is the fuel pump already in there? It should be. Can I have a closer look? No, you can't. Haven't seen anything like this before. I'm sure we can figure out some kind of solution with the fuel pump. Like, just get one from Bosch. Sounds good. That's the whole list, except for one last thing. Bucket seats. This is great. As if it's specially tailored to my frame. You fit okay? Easily. This one is wider. It is. But this one... We should buy it then. Okay, fellas, we've grabbed a bunch of performance parts at our local store. So we got all the parts, and now it's time for me and Cyril to slap everything onto the car. Big thanks to AJS Sib for hooking us up with all of this stuff, and it's time for us to get to work. Let's rock. Finally, the long-awaited day is upon us when our Priora is ready for action. Right, Cyril? Right. We went out for a test drive today. I mean to say we're about to. We literally just made it to this lot, where we can do a bit of sideways. This is all looking pretty sweet. All of that AJS performance stuff fits in there beautifully. We went through the process of installing all of those parts that we bought from AJS, doing all of the plumbing and so on. We started with the radiator and cooling system setup. Then we installed the coolant temp sensor. We relocated the oil filter, and we're running some oil temperature and pressure sensors. We fitted a blow-off valve and intercooler, connected all of the hoses, the intake and the air filter, the mass airflow meter. We figured out how to package everything, the overflow tank, fuel filter. You shouldn't have even started. Ignition system and module. What else? And that's just the engine bay. As for the interior, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gauges of the primary type. Oil pressure and temperature, coolant temperature, tachometer, air-fuel ratio. We also finalized the pedal assembly. We put the racing seat into place, which we adjusted to make reaching the steering wheel comfortable. So that covers the front section of the cabin. Now it's time to have a look at the trunk. The most interesting thing in here, everything is looking pretty sharp in here. The fuel tank is in there. Next to it we have the battery. We got a nice Bosch battery in there rated at 60 amps. Exactly what we need. The battery is placed on an axis, as is the fuel tank. So we worked out where the center line between them should be, and placed them as to get an even balance going. We've also got the fuel pump in there. For the time being, there are no floor panels in the trunk, as we have yet to figure out whether we even need them. We can use some plastic, or leave it as is. What we'll definitely do is separate the cabin from the trunk space. We'll use some aluminum sheet to do so, as the rules don't allow for the fuel cell to be in the cabin. Yeah, exactly. The battery too. We also put together an exhaust system, which is a turbo back straight pipe. It's 63 mil in diameter, and it goes all the way to the rear subframe. There you go. I guess that's it. What else have we done recently? We set up the suspension. We did a rough wheel alignment. Haven't gotten around to doing a proper job yet. We also revised the steering knuckles. So we cut off a bit. I'm pretty sure they already saw all of that in the video. It's all in the footage, but I just decided to talk them through it. We made a few adjustments to increase the steering angle and get a proper Ackerman going. The ladder is around 0, though slightly positive. No worries. Is it time to do some testing? I think so. Okay, let's go tear it up. Who should we put behind the wheel? The car's creator? I think we should let Ivan have a go. We'll let him kick this off. Go ahead, Ivan, you built the car. It only feels right to let you do the honors. I think we've made quite a cool vehicle here, fellas. There is a bit of work left to do. On the exterior, it needs a set of wheels, a vinyl wrap. To get it looking sharp, it needs a tune. Oh, for sure. The engine's gonna need a tune. All of that needs to be set up. But I mean, it's great. Are you happy with it? Sure. So am I. Okay then, fellas. That'll be all for this installment. Watch us. Subscribe. Send in your suggestions. Thumbs up. All right, catch you later.